Welcome back here on Live Impact News on WCNC Plus. I'm Nick Sturdivant. So listen to this. Americans are rethinking what a retirement looks like. A new Fidelity study finds more than 70% expect to retire on their own terms, with many opting for a flexible transition instead of fully stepping away from work. So what does this new retirement playbook look like, and how can you start planning for it now? Joining us now to discuss it all, Rita Ossoff, Vice President of Retirement Offerings at Fidelity Investments. Thank you for joining us, Ms. Rita.
Thanks for having me.
First question. So how are Americans reimagining how retirement is defined?
Well, our study found that Americans aren't just redefining what it means to retire, but are embracing a different approach to retiring. So instead of a hard stop in their career, more people are designing that flexible next chapter. And that can look like phasing down work, turning a passion into a small business, or even just finding a part time job to help make for that gradual transition into full retirement. And in fact, nearly 70% of Americans say they're considering a non traditional path like this. And 72% tell us they feel confident that they'll be able to retire on their own terms, in part because of this phased approach and because they have a plan to reach their retirement goals.
So paint the picture for us. What does a phased approach actually look like?
So, retiring doesn't mean your day to day expenses go away. So, a phased approach allows you to begin drawing less from your savings than you would if you were fully retired. And that gradual transition into full retirement is key for some people. This can be simply asking your employer about working fewer hours. Some people try freelancing or contract work. Some people just find a part time job that they enjoy that's completely different than what their 9 to 5 job was when they were in their working life. And this helps them with the income they need to gradually transition to full retirement. So the goal is a smooth path. You keep your purpose and some level of income. And it allows you to then work while you're lining up your essentials for retirement. An example, how will retirement work? Or your healthcare work? How will your income sources come together? And when will it make sense for you to step away?
I know a lot of folks are watching this on the edge of their seats because they are constantly thinking about retirement, the future. And one of the questions, what's causing Americans to adopt this new perspective?
Well, I'd say first is planning. So our research consistently shows that having a retirement plan is the number one confidence builder. So a lot of people are building this phased approach into their retirement plan. But second, I would say day-to-day expenses remain top of mind. So our study found that the rising cost of living is remains a major competing priority while saving for retirement. And about one half say it limits their ability to save. And that's partially why we're seeing so many people choose to ease into their retirement. It lets them keep earning income while still experiencing their goal to retire.
One last question before I get you out of here, Rita. Where can folks go to get more help when it comes to planning for retirement?
Well, for more resources, you can visit fidelity.com/retirement planning.
All right, simple as that. Rita Ossoff, Vice President of Retirement Offerings at Fidelity Investments.